Hi, in this video we will go over the Midnight Mint Tisane. So if you watch the intro video, you know that there are true teas and then there are herbal teas, also known as tisane. This Midnight Mint is the latter. It's an herbal tea that's a mix of peppermint and butterfly pea flowers. And what's cool about this is it has that beautiful fresh scent and flavor, so you can go ahead and smell that. And the butterfly pea flowers make it a beautiful blue color. So what I'm going to do is grab one of these tea bags, open this up and put about half of the contents of this tea tin into this tea bag. Got some of those blue flowers in there. And then once that's filled, just grab the two white strings and pull it shut. Then you have your little secured tea bag. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna brew it in my water container here so that you can see the color, because I really want you to see that, and then I'll pour it into the mug to taste it. But the butterfly pea flowers are known for having a really beautiful blue color. So let's go ahead and start dunking this in here. And it's, you know, depending on the water that you have, it'll be blue or a little bit green, sometimes a little purple. And it depends a lot on the water you have, the temperature, the pea flowers, of course. The ones that I have tend to be a bluish green color. So we're starting to see some color in here right now, kind of come through, and I'll just let that infuse for a few minutes. So this is, with tisane, you can't really over steep it. So I like to wait at least 2 minutes when I'm steeping any herbal teas. There are some exceptions to that rule, but typically about 2 minutes, and sometimes longer. I'll leave it in, you know, for 5 or 6 minutes sometimes. Just kind of leave it on my counter, go do something and come back. The butterfly pea flowers are actually really common in some Asian cuisines. If you've had like Thai food that has blue rice, that comes from butterfly pea flowers, that blue color. So it's kind of commonly used in cuisines. It has an earthy flavor. It's not a super strong flavor. I blended this because I love the idea of having like a minty brew you can sip on at night that's like this beautiful blue color. And it does add a little bit of earthiness, which is nice, kind of a grounding flavor. So I'm gonna go ahead and try this. And the water temperature is hot. Just like with black teas, with tisane you want it to be like boiling water, about 200 degrees Fahrenheit. So go ahead and serve myself just a little bit. Start by smelling that. Oh, it smells super minty, really nice. It's soothing, like just smelling it kind of makes me feel relaxed. So it's a mintiness, but it's almost like a little bit, it has that earthiness when you first take a sip, and then I feel the freshness, like if I breathe in, I feel that minty freshness that's really nice, but it's not overpowering. It's kind of the perfect blend in my opinion. And what you want to do when you're tasting teas is take your time, take a couple of sips. You know, usually your first sip is going to taste a little bit different from your second, so pay attention to what you're tasting. Actually, tea tasting is kind of a great meditative practice too, just kind of focusing in on yourself and what you're tasting, what you're smelling. It kind of brings you to that present moment, which is sort of the focus of a lot of meditations. I love to drink this tea. Usually, you know, it's nice because there's no caffeine in it. So you can drink it any time of day, but I love it as like a little late afternoon pick-me-up because the peppermint is like sort of energizing. So I love to have this, you know, I call it midnight mint because my thought is it's amazing to have, you know, like a late night project you're working on or something, and you can kind of sip on this mint tea, or you're watching a movie and you want to stay awake through that movie. It's really nice to have this tea that won't keep you wired all night, but kind of gives you that little, you know, wake up sensation. And there you have it, midnight mint. I encourage you to try and infuse this a couple times, probably not more than twice. But see how the flavor changes. See, you know, if you're still tasting as much of the mintiness, or if you're tasting more of that earthiness from the pea flowers. Yeah, and kind of go on that tea journey. Cheers.